Hey YouTube, this is Bharat from ReadyDedis LLC. Today we are going to see how to set up a MariaDB master slave replication on Ubuntu 20.04 based instances. Master slave replication help with disaster recovery. They also help with providing read-only replicas that you can use for long-running reports or maybe read-intensive queries without hampering your application's performance and speed at which your database performs. You can have multiple read replicas or slaves and have a load balancer in front of them for high availability. Just in case your master goes down, you can convert one of these slaves to become a master and then continue using your application with very minimal downtime. So let's get on with it. I have two Ubuntu 20.04 instances, one with the master and second with the slave. I'm not going into detail how to install the MariaDB software. So, this is just a tutorial for teaching you how to configure the master slave replication. So let's start. We go to nano etc MySQL MariaDB conf.d and then 50-server. So here, if you notice, there is this bind address, which is binding your MySQL to localhost. We're going to comment it. What you could do is you could bind it to a private IP. If you are using private networking, it's way safer and recommended. Or you can change the port of your MySQL server to something else, and then you can, if it's only being used for replication and nothing else, you can just push it onto a different port. Now, apart from this, it could help you with reducing the attacks if you're not using a standard port, and if you're using a private network, then altogether you can avoid all this stuff. You can just leave everything as it is. So your first variable, first it's better to comment out the section that you're editing. So master server configuration. There's server-id, that will be 1. It's like you're identifying your server with a particular ID, and then you do log_bin. So this is where your binary logs would go. You can just give it any name you want. And now coming to the third option, which is bin log to db. Now, this is an option that allows you to specify a specific database if you want to replicate only that. But if you want to replicate all the database, I would suggest not putting this variable here and just save it. Once done, service MySQL restart. Yeah, so that's that. Let's do the same thing on the slave. Let's go to etc MariaDB MySQL MariaDB conf.d 50-server. So here also I'm going to remove the binding, and then I'm going to say 1, 2, 3 slave server configuration. Then I go with server -id is equal to 2, and then I'll do the same log_bin. Yeah, and once log out. Anything else apart from log_bin? I'm not sure. Okay, so var log MySQL -bin.log MySQL. Let's have a relay log. Var log MySQL relay bin. Okay, so these are the three things you'll add here. Save it, service MySQL restart. Yeah, now both the servers must be listening on the public port. So you can use the netstat command to make sure that's true. Plant grep 306. Yeah. Now once that is done, you go to the master. You create a new user, create user, replication user, or you can name it whatever you want. And then you would do 193.255.45. This is the IP of the slave. Identified by defined by. Now you can go with a good password here. Password generator. Let me generate a password. Yeah. So that's your user, and then you would like do a grant. You would like to grant this user the ability to replicate. So grant replication save on star. Now the first star represents the database and the second star represents the tables. So if you're doing all the databases, then I would say star replication underscore user at the rate 193.2521545. Yeah, and then I'll flush the privileges to ensure he has the privileges. Now once that is done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flush tables with read lock, meaning no more entries can be put into this master. Nothing can be inserted, nothing can be created. Then I'll do show master status. Now this is what I need. This bin file name and this position. And then what I need is I'll just unlock the tables. Now, if you don't, if this is a fresh thing, a fresh database, then this is what you'll do. If it's not a fresh database, you'll log the tables, you'll show the master status, you'll take a backup of the database, you'll come and then you'll unlock the tables. Okay. So once that is done, you can come back to your slave init, and now you can like go for you can just go ahead and add your replication. Like you can just configure your replication details over here. So change, okay, change master to master underscore host is equal to 193.255.204. Yeah, 204. And then you'll do master underscore user is equal to replication user. Master underscore password is equal to the password that you just generated. Okay, and master log file is equal to the MySQL bin dot 00002, and then master underscore log underscore position, which is master underscore log underscore pos, is equal to 836. You can notice that I'm not putting inverted commas for this particular value because that won't work. Okay, and then that's it. Now, once this is done, I'll just say start slave, and then I'll say show slave status. I'll do /G to ensure it's human readable. And as you can see, let's start from the top. It says waiting for master to send an event. That means everything went fine. It's running. I mean, these are the two values that you need to check, and you need to make sure it's running. It should say yes, and there should be no errors whatsoever. And there's something called seconds behind master. This should always be 0. This will be your latency that you would monitor, So that's it. Now how to test if this is working. So let's show databases. You can see 3 databases here. Show databases. The same goes in the master. Now I'll create a new database. Now if I'm not on, it should show up here. You see? Now, since these servers are in the same data center, the replication is insanely fast. I would suggest having them close by. So this is how you do it. If you have any questions relating to this particular tutorial, just drop them in the comments and I'll surely get back to you. I hope this video has helped you learn something new today. Have a good day and see you.